for show. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for Mom and Dad for sticking to us together, 'cause we don't know how. You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it if there's nothing at all. We've been together, oh, we've been together, but separate's always better when there's feelings involved. It's what they say is then what makes love exception. So why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, my baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for Mom and Dad for sticking to us together, 'cause we don't know how.
Cuties, let me grab me a Truly or something real quick. 60 seconds, I promise.
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for Mom and Dad for sticking to us together, 'cause we don't know You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it if there's nothing at all. We've been together, oh, we've been together, but separate.
All right, cuties. Happy Wednesday. I thought I was about to say, all right, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Hold on. Come on. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Happy Wednesday to you guys. Thanks for joining me. My apologies to my Patroni cuties. I am going to be trying to go live earlier, a couple days a week over on Patreon, and had to reschedule. But hello to each and every one of you. And yeah, little late night hot topics. I'm gonna try to do more of this as well. So I thank you guys. If you have not hit the like button, please go ahead and hit the like button for me. I will say hello in general to everybody. Thank you again to all of you cuties. Shout out to the cutie mods in the building. I see my sis, Pink Diva, Linda Gamble, Teresa, and let's see, is that it? I believe. You guys know we're also still praying for Papa Tyra. Let's be clears, family, and all of us, all of us. Shout out to the Cutie Crew. Cutie Crew tomorrow. We will have our members only live. Can't wait to see you guys over there. My main topic is toxic positivity. Is there such a thing? Toxic positivity. So you guys know I'll put up a hot topics post tomorrow. We still have the one from last week as well, and we'll get that going. But welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. I'm gonna get with it. First of all, how was your day today? Cuties, was it busy? Mans was busy as always. Hey Tanya. And look, I threw up a little video and you guys are cutting up over there in the comment section. We're going to talk about it in a minute. We are going to talk about it, the video when it comes to Miss Nene Leaks reaching out to Melody Cherie, saying that she's been trying to get in contact with her. A lot of y'all don't want to hear that at all. So I'm going to wait until I get to that portion. I knew it was going to be a debate, if you will, but I'll discuss a little bit more once we get to that part. But let's go ahead and get into some hot topics, guys. Yesterday, was it yesterday, where the blue space mission or whatever the heck they were called, Gayle King and the crew, when they went over to space and back in a couple minutes, and they've been getting clowned. They have been getting clowned. So Gayle King is not too happy. She's not too happy. Who these folks had stretched out? Who, Marshannon? Let me know what you mean. Okay, it was Monday, Teresa. It was Monday. Okay. I'm a day off because I didn't go to work Monday. The Blue Origin space journey. And a lot of us, child, Danya, they went to the corner store and back. Not a hair was out of place. Well, anyway, shout out to the Shade Room. I'm gonna play you guys what Gayle King had to say. She's not too happy. They're not getting the reception that I believe that they thought that they would. And Gayle not happy. Gigi said as they should have. What was the reason anyway? What you talking about, Gigi? How much as they should have? What was the reason? Okay, you talking about the space child? I don't even, because it wasn't a mission for me. So I'm sorry, Gayle King. I am in that number. I am in that number where I'm clowning you guys. What was the reason? Just like Gigi said. And Gigi said, how much did it cost? Because they didn't even bring back a rock or nothing, child. No souvenirs, no nothing. You know what I mean? No crater or whatever it is. Hey, user 1955. Well, anyway, let's take a listen to Gayle King, child. Gayle is not happy at all. Um, Hilarious still to me. Oprah's tears didn't even dry up quick enough, and they were back. Okay. Take a listen. Shout out again to Entertainment Tonight and the Shade Room.
Because I've certainly read some of the things online coming from people that I know, that I like, that I consider friends. And this is what I would say to that. Space is not an either or, it's a both and. And because you do something in space doesn't mean you're taking anything away from Earth. And what you're doing in space is trying to make things better here on Earth.
Well, what did they do to make things better here on Earth in that amount of time? Somebody, hey, Aunt Debbie. I was gonna text you early. I was busy. Hibiscus rose. Let me know. Gayle said, going to space doesn't take away from Earth. Uh, Let me just finish this. And I'm gonna play that part again. Hey, Angela Richardson. Hello to each and every one of you coming in. Hit the like button for me. Take a look.
What Blue Origin wants to do is take the waste here and figure out a way to put it in space to make our planet cleaner.
Child, don't nobody want that waste up above our head, up in space. Come on now. And what studies did they do? That's what we want to know, Gayle. What studies did you and Katy Perry and all of you guys? I mean, it sounds good what you're saying, but that mission didn't accomplish a damn thing to me. Hey, Cricket, let's continue.
I mean, Jeff Bezos has so many ideas, and the people that are working there are really devoted and dedicated to making our planet a better place. That's number one. Number two, have you been? Have you been? If you've been and you still feel that way after you come back, please let's have a conversation. Number three, please don't call it a ride. That is not a friggin' ride.
Baby, that was just like the American Eagle right there at Great America, child. It was a ride. It was a ride. I'm sorry. Baby, Marshannon, you better say it like a Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And we complaining about waste. Look, a lot of people, Teresa, said that she's tone deaf because the last thing that's on the majority of the people here in the U.S. at this current moment is waste. We got some waste right there in Washington, D.C. that we concerned about. You know what I mean? We got bigger fish to fry. So she's tone deaf, and the whole "have you been?" that was a dig. You know what I mean? Even if I had the money, I wouldn't go. But I want to know, you've been, Gayle, but what did you do? What did you do in 7 minutes? Let's continue.
Whenever a man goes up, you have never said to.
Now, she just said whenever a man goes up, don't make this a male versus female argument, please.
An astronaut, boy, what a ride. We duplicated the same trajectory that Alan Shepard did back in the day, pretty much. This is what bothers.
That pretty much is a pretty much lie. Listen to this first part again. And isn't that a beautiful comment from Hibiscus Rose to the mods? She said, hey, my favorite mods. And I love that. Hey, Hibiscus. Okay, let's listen to this part again, child. Gayle, go away from me with this.
Bothers me because I've certainly read some of the things online coming from people that I know, that I like, that I consider friends. And this is what I would say to that. Space is not an either or, it's a both and. And because you do something in space doesn't mean you're taking anything away from Earth. And what you're doing in space is trying to make things better here on Earth.
All right. I just wanted you guys to hear that part again. What you're doing in space is trying to make things better on Earth. Anybody in the comment section agree with Gayle? And again, I just want to know, what did they do yesterday to make things better other than a photo op? That's like us. We go away on trips and we videotape and we take selfies and all of that. That's about all they had a chance to do. Okay. Cricket said, hey, Cricket didn't say hell no. Cricket said nope. Let me see if Gayle has some more to say. Gayle, go away from her. Gayle is back at work the next day and everything after being in space. Girl.
No one called that a ride. It was called a flight. It was called a journey, because a ride implies that it's something frivolous or something that's lighthearted. Yeah. There was nothing frivolous about what we did and the machine that we were on and what it took for the people to get that machine.
I'm over it. Let me read some comments. Anybody, I'm gonna ask again, because you guys know I love a great debate. But is there anyone that agrees with Gayle and this whole mission when it comes to, them going up, down, and around real quick? If you agree, put it in the chat. Let me read some comments. Did you break the atmosphere? Child, I don't know what they broke. Were you testing? Oh, child, not testing wig glue. Uh, hey, Linda Gambo. Teresa said, I don't think anyone has been up to space and back that fast. Never. That's my whole thing. Honestly, it appeared, and I will need the official time. If anybody know, put it in the chat. But it appeared to be about 5 minutes. Sis, they went up, came back down, up, and away, child. Baby. Come on now. How do you get into space in that short amount of time? And real talk, that's what we all are. And the majority of the people on social media, Veronica Monroe, that's what people are saying. It the whole mission wasn't believable. You know, we saw a little floating. A lot of people said they was right there at Universal Studios in California, or Tyler Perry Studios. I just don't get it. To me, it was an influencer event. Okay. Aunt Debbie said, Aunt Debbie said, Gayle King is lying. Hold on, Aunt Debbie. Gayle lying. She went around the corner and, and landed. Yes, Aunt Debbie. You know, baby, they were back and off and everything within minutes. So anyway, the jokes are hilarious. If you guys have not been on, let's say, Twitter and things like that, make sure that you do. Bravo Rex was over there and said everyone has a right to voice their own perspectives on social media. And I totally agree with that. A lot of people just did not agree. Make It Make Sense is over there and said, inspire billionaire daughters to pay for a space flight. I forgot what I dropped, child, but I think it was Why You Always Lying. You guys know that little meme? And I'm sorry. I'll end it with this comment because it is absolutely the truth. And then we're going to move on to somebody else that disappointed us a couple weeks ago. And I be damned if he not back. But this person said families are struggling to survive. Grocery prices are skyrocketing, and we're living under a government that's fueling fear instead of offering solutions. Yet, you expect us to find inspiration in your bucket list? And then they put, they not like us. Excellent comment. Whether it's real or fake, at this time, who cares? Who cares? You know, and I'm not going to turn this into a political situation, but more has gone wrong since January. Well, I be damned if I care about if Gayle and Katy Perry and all of them. No, I'm done. I'm done. But I see that the majority of us are absolutely on the same page. Let's see. Anybody? Lee said Gayle needs to stop defending the trip. She just sounds worse. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Gigi, the fuel cost. What about the waste from the fuel? What about the waste that comes out of the contraption and goes into our atmosphere? You know, if we really want to get deep, we can get deep about it. It was a waste of time, a waste of money. I ain't going to say waste of time, child, because again, Oprah's tears didn't even dry up. She was crying, scared, and Gayle was back, baby. Gayle was back. Maddie Polk, I contact Mel the same way that you guys do. Send her a DM, sis. We are going to have a conversation, though, about the whole Nene thing. But you can reach out, Maddie. Send her a DM and let her know your thoughts, child. We don't know what's going on when it comes to Mel and Nene, if anything. And if you guys noticed, my title had question marks and everything, you know. But anyway, Gayle, go away from us with this. Now, look, the next person we're going to talk about, guys, we talked about him a couple weeks ago. Pulpit pimping. Close the door. Oh, Marvin Sapp, child. Hey, DG, my degree is real, girl. Oprah was crying and everything. You hear me? Marvin Sapp is back, guys. Capitalizing and monetizing the situation. He got a song that's out. Like the hit, here it go. Who used to say that? I think that was I think that was in Living Color. I'll read the caption, but let's take a listen real quick, child. Baby, this not right. Take a listen. Let's see.
Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Y'all hear this mess? Take a listen.
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Close the doors. Let me read y'all what Marvin had to say. This is a hot mess. Is it me? Okay, well, I see Danya. I see Gigi. I see Jenny B. Can y'all believe this? This man has made a song. And anyway, let's read what Marvin had to say. Shout out to the Shade Room. I don't know why it's blinking like that. Is it blinking on you all screen? Okay, no. Marvin is over there, child, and he said the last few weeks have been tough. He's been misunderstood, misrepresented, misinterpreted, and even maligned. But I've learned that when life hands you lemons, you don't just make lemonade. You build the lemonade company. And that's exactly what I've done. Close the Door isn't just a song, it's a soundtrack for survival. Oh, see, I just cannot play like this. I can't. Who trying to survive? The people that you locked inside? Anyway, he said, and I'm going to be releasing it this Good Friday, the day we honor the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Just like he closed the door on death, hell, and the grave, I'm closing the door on the noise, the pain, and everything that tried to break me. This song will bless you. I believe that with everything in me. My assignment in this season through this song is to help you close the door too. It's going to be available now on all streaming platforms this Friday. Sis, you getting the song, sis? You going to stream it, Pink Diva? Child, look at me over there being messy. Look at me over there. I got Candy's mama over there like Marvin. No, you didn't. Let's take a listen again. I'm going to see what you guys got to say. God don't like ugly. This a mess.
Close the doors.
Close the doors.
Close the doors.
Close them doors.
Close the doors. I said close them doors.
I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. One more again. No, ma'am. Okay.
Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. I said close them doors.
Baby. Baby. What are you all's thoughts? Let me put something over this. I cannot believe this. Again, you're gonna yes. Oh, Brittany Janae. Brittany Janae said, oh no, that ninja did not. Okay, look. Seriously, this is not a good look. We always say people need to read the room and all of that. And if you know that you caught all of this backlash from this situation, why come out here and do this? And I'm just going to say it. We had a big debate about it. I'm going to say it again. Pulpit pimping. Who gonna bad Melissa? You tell me, because I'm not. Bridget J say pastor needs to sit on down, child. Just when you think it can't get any worse, it does. And yeah, they're gonna be playing at Jenny, a couple of these churches. You playing with God for me. And for him to even mention that he's doing this on Good Friday, the day that the in honor of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ and all of that. You wrong. You wrong. Let me see what you guys are saying. Baby. Ooh, make sure you have a personal relationship with God, child. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? Talk to him, read your Bible and all of that, study the word, and because it's some false flagging out here. Is he Linda Gamble? Well, he's been being clowned over this past month, and I can imagine. I'm gonna take a look. We'll look at the clowning. I'll put that on my members only post right here. Let's see, so I won't forget. Marvin Sapp TikTok. We'll look at that tomorrow. But yeah, dummy. Oh, I don't want to say that, child. He's supposed to be a pastor, but dummy, or he get the dummy ass award. I'm sorry. On Good Friday, can you believe it? Angela Richardson said, "Not getting my money." Why did he do it? I have no idea. It's crazy. Get your pocketbooks ready, Marshannon. You better get them ready. And I advise you to watch Marvin from the comfort of your home, baby. Because if you go to a service, you liable to get locked in. Hey, Neva P, you liable to get locked in until you download this song. What a mess. I thought Pastor Hip Hop was rich. Ushers, please get your pass. He acting like Gregory Chow. A mess. He saw the worst in this and made lemons out of it. That's what it is. Capitalizing. Instead of, in my opinion, look, we fall down, we get up. Everybody is a saint, ain't nothing but a sinner who fell down and got back up. We know all of that. So I'm really not trying to judge him. However, why would you capitalize off of this? And if you streaming this on all platforms, will all 100% of the proceeds go to the church building fund and all these other funds? No, it's crazy. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Debbie say, now we know what he wanted the money for, to make records and live high off the hog. I would not give him nothing. Facts. Teresa say, listen to his voice. That puzzled me, and I'm going to play it again. Is Marvin's voice that high-pitched now, child? I know, may his wife rest peacefully. Let me not say that. Listen, hold on. Listen again, y'all.
Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. I said close them doors.
Who told him to do this? Deborah said he should have just stayed still and let the moment pass. My point exactly. He's not moving in a godly way to me. What she say, Danya? Let me scroll up, child, because Pink Diva be cutting up in these comments. Oh, the child, no ma'am. She said, no ma'am, not at all. Or the Gregory part, child. Baby, what's Greg's song? Shoot. Somebody put it in the chat. And he is proud of that song. Let's see. Let's see. Couple more comments. We're gonna move on. Aunt Debbie say lock his earth up. Ooh, Aunt Debbie. Ooh, child. Close the door on his earth. Close the door. Now look, Melissa, you know they always do these remixes now for real. To a lot of these songs. I follow a guy on Instagram. He dynamite. But baby, Marvin ain't getting a penny from me. Okay. At all. All right, Miss Lady said this is so crazy. I'm wondering why this resurfaced again, because that happened last July. Well, look, it does not seem like he minds now, Miss Lady, because that's what Marvin said when this did come back up, because that conference or whatever it was in Baltimore, you're right, was last summer. Now, Marvin came out here and said that he's been getting death threats and this and his family and his kids, and you just gonna keep it going. You gonna keep it going? Like, seriously, come on now. But yeah, that's that on that. Hey, Rose. Rose said a sandwich from the movie of the Temptations. Yeah, this is a mess. Now, there were quite a few of you guys, though, that initially was on Marvin's side. If you are in the chat, let me know how you feel about this. DG said, I think it was high pitched because he really wanted to be more aggressive, but he remembered he was in a pulpit. So that was his way of asking, telling them nicely but firmly, in my opinion. Okay, now you're talking about the song version or his live version when he said it. The song, version is very high pitched, very, very high pitched. But his tone was different when he said this live, DG. T. Lee said it's a no for me. All right, so yeah, Marvin, just stay away from me, child. I don't want to be nowhere near Marvin and lightning strike or anything very distasteful to me, and especially him mixing in his mess with Good Friday, just like he closed the door, talking about Jesus Christ on death and hell and the grave. I'm closing the door on the noise, the pain, and everything. Where Hershey at? Hirsch probably at work, because Hirsch, we were debating with Hershey. But we'll keep our eye out on this, child. It's a mess. It really, really makes your faith, in a sense, go down. But let's get into some more hot topics. Thank you guys again for joining me. 179 of you. Hit the like button for me if you haven't already. Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore. And I told you guys, I've never been a Team Twirl, but that's how much I dislike Brittany. Brit, whatever her name is, go ahead and call me Team Twirl for now. But the people clowning Kenya. When I first saw this picture, and I don't pay attention to a lot. When I first saw this picture, I said, dang, Kenya is snatched. Kenya is snatched. But they have called Kenya out for photoshopping. She drew her waist all the way in. And when she did that, she drew her arms all the way in too. So I don't know if you guys can see how small they are. Bony. Kenya's arm, well, this one is. And that's because she cinched it in. Or her team. I'm sure she didn't do it. She cinched it in, baby. That arm is like a newborn size. And they are clowning her. I didn't notice. I did. I see you, Danya, and my degree is real. I didn't notice. Look, Jenny B, let me say this. This is real talk. And I don't know, maybe because I'm middle-aged, my damn self. Look, there are young girls. Teenagers, 20s, that's using Photoshop, Facetune, filters, all of it wrapped up in one. So if you middle-aged and you do a little photoshopping, I'm like what Jenny B just said, who cares? You know what I mean? And a lot of us that are middle-aged, baby, look good. Okay? Look good. But if anybody should get a pass, if they want to use a filter or something, let it be the middle-aged folks. We ain't had this in our day. And we still look good. You know. So, whatever. She cinched it in, Brittany Janae. She cinched that waist in, baby. And that's the first thing that I said. You know, Kenya is not a big girl at all. But I don't remember her waist being that tiny. And then when I went to the comments, I found out why, child. It's not AI. This is just Photoshop, Teresa. Since you said AI will make them look weird with extra hands, eyeballs, and everything. Yes. Yes, but in this case, it's just a bad photo op. And see what they did. This must be in Kenya's house. Come to think of it, because you guys know she lived in that house in the woods. But normally you can tell with the background. Let's say if it's a wall. But whoever is working with Kenya, they did a good thing because it's a glass window and forest. So you're really not really going to be able to tell, even though this tree right here does look a little bent. Why am I studying this picture like this now? This tree does look like it's swaying just a tad bit. That's because they cinched it in. But she looked good regardless. She looked good regardless, you know. Maddie say I look bad, big stomach and all, big stomach and all. Baby, you better make it do what it do. You better make it do what it do. You hear me? And yes, Deborah, they synced it. I did not see it. But when I went to them comments, I said, oh my goodness, I do see it. So shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. The arm is extremely little, but she looks good regardless. Okay. Speaking of though, let me see what you guys are saying. Her right hand look handicapped is so small. Now, child, let me see. See, I don't want to blow this up because I always mess up my settings. The hands, yeah, do look a little weird. It do. But baby, they Facetune. I mean, they photoshopped that waist, baby, to the gods. You hear me? So go Kenya. I'm not mad at Kenya. And I am more of a fan today than I ever been when it comes to Kenya, even though what Kenya did was wrong. But since they did not discipline the both of them, then Kenya is getting a pass for me to a certain extent. Okay. Let's see. Speaking of Kenya, Lanithia. Now this is somebody else. And I saw in the comments over there on that post. Again, Nene is a woman of a particular age. So look, if she want to throw a filter on, so be it. Just don't throw a filter on where it changes your whole look. Because I have to admit, and you guys should know, if you looked at my video earlier, I love me some Nene. Okay? I do. But Nene does look a little different in her sit down today with Latasha. And Latasha this is not Latasha on the screen. This lady, I believe, works for the Neighborhood Talk. Child, maybe I need to get the deets. Let's see. Yeah, I believe the lady she's talking to right now, I do believe that she works for Neighborhood Talk. But anyway, Nene is talking about Kenya and Phaedra. And you guys put in the chat, do you think that Nene really misses the show? She didn't say anything bad. I'm going to let you guys listen. But Nene looked a little different too. It is what it is. She beautiful too.
And now Kenya's gone.
And how do you feel about that? Do you feel like the show will survive without her?
I feel like without having Kenya, it's going to be interesting. I would like to really see where this goes because Kenya is a fire starter, and that is part of the entertainment that the viewers love. That Kenya is a fire starter, and to not have her there to start any fires, now I'm starting to think this is why they went and got Phaedra. They wanted Phaedra to try to come on and help save. That's what it feels like.
I would agree. I feel like some of the storylines are a little dry. Yeah. I don't really want to keep seeing, Drew and Dennis and Portia.
Say it, girl.
Shamia and Portia. That's just been a thing.
What do you think about Shamia? Oh my God, her lifestyle is everything.
All right. So I really just wanted you guys to hear that part. Let's see what you guys. Danya said Nene a whole different person. Danya, looks wise, personality wise. Let me know. Pink Rose said, me too, chit chat. Me too, Pink Rose, meaning you love some Nene. Charnel said, I followed Kenya on IG and YouTube. I'm surprised myself years ago. I would never. Charnel, say it. I have never been a fan. Let me correct myself. I don't and have never disliked her, but she's always been a really, really team too much, But same thing. Same thing. And I'm looking forward to Kenya's her YouTube episode that'll come out Friday. And congratulations to Nene with her show that's on YouTube. Let's see. You saw that tree in more detail than that hand, but I don't care. Who Jam? Who saw it? I don't know what you're talking about, child. Let's see. Jam said trash leaks. Okay. Teresa said, I love Nene too. Let's see. Deborah said, yep, they photoshopped her elbow right off her arm, child. The elbow was gone. What elbow? What elbow? Hey, do what you gotta do. My sister said, yep, Nene and Carlos, Miss Real Housewives of Atlanta. They both wanna go bike. Baby, say it. Say it. Especially Carlos. Goodness gracious. Carlos should feel like a fool. I did not watch Claudia and Dustin this past week, well, this past Monday, but I did catch parts of their little sit down together. But anyway, I heard that they talked about Love and Marriage Detroit. Nobody was talking about it. I saw a post online today with one of the girls from Love and Marriage Detroit. It was one comment. Now, if that does not show you that your show is not popping, I don't know. It was one comment. And that comment was saying that they didn't like this girl. So I don't know nothing about that show. Never watched it and definitely not planning on it. Of course, she misses it. Yeah, and I would love to see her back. I would love to see her back. I hate that things happened the way that it did. And I did, although, again, I love me some Nene, I disagree with her, especially when she was trying to say that they were racist. You guys know what I'm trying to say. And she brought up Kim Zolciak. And I'm like, girl, come on now. But I think Nene wanted some of the same opportunities that the other cast mates had, like Candy and her spinoff show, Kim Zolciak and her spinoff show. And because of that, I think she pulled the race card and said that the only reason why they didn't give it to her is because she's black. But it didn't make sense because Candy's black. You know what I mean? Hey, Simone. Let's see. Betty Boop said, I can't stand when women constantly have to move and play with their wig. Okay. Fakedra can carry a lie. Yeah, I don't see we'll see. We're watching. Don't forget, we're watching on Sunday. There's a new Bravo show that I believe is starting on the 27th, a dating show. I want to see that. So I'm watching that with my Patroni cuties. I'm watching for the first time Basketball Wives. Not for the first time, but those that want to join me on Patreon and watch that, I'll be watching that as well because it seems like it's really going to be good. Jackie Christie and her daughter, they putting paws on each other. I'm a fan of Ty Young, not because Ty is not bad. Ty is gay. For the basketball aspect, but I'm a fan of Ty and Ming Lee gonna be on there. So we're gonna be watching. So we'll see. I said all that to say we'll see what Phaedra brings, what she contributes. I just don't think that is going to be much. You know what I mean? We'll see. Phaedra is performative. You know what I'm saying? Kenya started a fire and Bravo extinguished the flame. Okay. You are Team Twirl as of now. Okay. All right. Yes, I think she does too. Simone said Nene doesn't look like Nene anymore. Well, you know what, Simone? If you look, even the way that I have this paused, she looked more like Nene on this live video or her interview than she has in those pictures that she be posting. So I'm gonna play. I'll mute it, but just take a look if you guys can see it. She looks different than the picture. So Nene is one that overdoes it when it comes to the filters and the face tune, and even her face is a little chunkier than her pictures. You guys see? You see? So, they lighten her up a lot, and I think she looks better like this. Yes, Teresa, I think she looks better like this. And I'm not going to go to her Instagram page, but if you go to her Instagram page, some days she's almost not recognizable. You know what I'm saying? So, but I like Nene. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. I'm not a Kenya fan, but I'll choose her any day over Brit. Facts. I can't stand that Brit, baby. I can't stand. It only has 79K views. I couldn't even tell you the name of the folk over there, Simone, or nothing. Hold on, guys. Let me call. This girl that I was talking about that had one comment. Let me see if I could find it. Was her name Kirby or something like that? Hold on. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Then I'm going to read a couple more comments and we're going to continue on with our hot topics. That may have been... let me try. Hold on, guys. Bravo Shade Room. What's going on with Mariah? Okay. Let's see. The Bravo Shade Room. It had to have been. Let me scroll. See if I see this person I'm talking about. Huh. I guess it wasn't. Hold on. Let me go to... because I just saw it. And I just want you guys to see, because it's like Carlos. Okay, it must have been OMFG Reality TV. Yeah, it is. Okay, here we go. Here is the post. Here is the one comment. Now, if that don't let you know that, Carlos, you spending a little too much time on other folks' and network shows and not working on your own. So I don't know this girl. They say that, okay, her name is Colby Chantel, I guess. This person, the one and only comment, says she's pretty, but the hate for Christina every season for no reason I can't get behind. I don't know nothing about her, but I just know this not a good look. You know what I'm saying? It's not giving what them stars of OWN, what that star of OWN used to give. It's not giving. It's not giving. Melody Cherie. Okay. It's not giving. Because if that post would have been male, it would have been about 500 comments immediately. So we know he fumbled the bag, child. Just a fool. I'm not going to say anything about this chick. I'm sick of seeing her. But a lot of people have been dogging Brit out. We do know that Angela Oakley called her out because she's trying to play the victim. She's trying to act like she was going to lose her license, and she's trying to act like she's so depressed and just acting. And it's like, first of all, put some cover up. Now, where's LaDawn? I think LaDawn was the one the other day that said that she looked like a buffalo with this whole outfit that she had on, this buffalo skin that she had on head to toe. But I'm sick of seeing Brit's boobs. Everywhere we go is boobs. It's boobs. It's boobs. It's boobs. I'm just sick of seeing Brit. And oh boy, hold on. It's just giving fake. It's giving fake for me. It's giving that, yeah, we're going to make it appear. I can't count her pockets. I don't know what she really got or what he got or what they got together. I just don't like her. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So she's one of those types though where, you know, even if it's bad reporting on her, she's soaking it all in, and she's saying that people are obsessed with her and all of that. And it's like, girl, bye. No, girl, bye. Let's see what you guys got to say. Speaking of Melody Sharito, we're going to get into it. Let's see. She's giving old MJ and a new MJ with the nose and skin bleaching. You're talking about Nene Simone? I think it's makeup. Because again, if you look, let me close this one out. And this, her makeup artist didn't do her justice, but you see that deep line right there from her mouth and all of that. That's how you make your face look more chiseled. And you can see that clearly. But if you look here, she's her regular complexion. So I do think, Simone, that it is the lightening of the photos when they upload them, you know, and that's too much. Let's see. You've never watched. I haven't either, Betty Boop. I promise you, I may have watched 5 minutes of their first season and first episode. And I was done. You know, it just didn't do anything to me. So I never wasted my time again. What exactly would Nene have spun off to? She sure wouldn't want to talk about her deadbeat son. Nene was the number one go-to guest on Watch What Happens Live. She was the highest paid housewife back then. So what are you saying, Deborah, that her story is over? Her story is over? She has nothing else to offer? You saying what would she talk about? Let me know. Let's see. Who? The raindrops, child. You mean the drizzles? The drizzles. Okay. So that's that on that. Before I get into the hottest topic, because like I said, y'all was tearing them comments up over there, and that's going to be I'll drop the link and we'll discuss does Mel and Nene got something cooking? Question mark, because people's going crazy. Do they have something cooking? Is Nene just trying to interview Mel on her show? Is Nene interested? What's going on? And who's good enough for you guys, for Mel to collab with? Is there such a thing as, long as you keep business from personal, can she do what she do if she want to? We're going to talk about it. But this last one, I'm not even going to talk about Drew. Drew is a liar. Drew Sidora got caught. We're going to talk about two things real quickly because this was split in the comment section as well. Let me close a couple windows. I'm going to close that one and this one. This is out of Detroit. We're talking about Detroit. And let me share this. A lot of people, why is this like this? Hold on, guys. Have mixed opinions about what we're going to watch in this video. This is a mom that had her young daughter with her while shoplifting and used her daughter as an accomplice. So shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. Let's go ahead and take a look. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button for me. Also, I'm going to have one more hot topic after this, and then I'm going to drop the link. If you want to come up and give your thoughts on anything that we discuss, feel free to click the link. We're not going to be here long. Not going to be here long, though. But, excuse me, guys. Let's take a look at this. They are in a beauty supply store. Dog it. Hold on, guys. All right. Sorry about that. I told you guys where I sit, I may have to change and move my office like to a whole different room. But I turned my air on because it's in the 80s here. And I'm a little cold, but I don't want it to be hot. But anyway, I don't know. I feel like my nose getting stopped up. Anyway, whatever. Let's take a look at this video. And the reason why I say that it is like a split and people are having a debate is because they're saying that this mom could be on hard times. And, yeah, she probably shouldn't have her daughter stealing with her. But if they're poor and they can't, their needs can't be met, what's wrong with it? Believe it or not, people were saying that there's a nothing of importance, first of all, period, where you're going to have your daughter shoplifting with you. And secondly, anything that's in the beauty supply store can't feed your kids or anything else. Okay. So go away from me with that. Take a look, guys. Trifling is what I call it. Look at it. What a shame. That wasn't that baby's first time. That wasn't that baby's first time. That's all I gotta say. But this person, the person that uploaded the video said, is deeply upsetting to see a child being used to commit theft. She did not only break the law, but it also sets a damaging example for her daughter. We are asking for help in identifying her. If you recognize this woman or have any information, please contact us. So this is the beauty supply that uploaded this video of her. They said this is a serious matter. No child should be taught that stealing is okay. Let's work together to hold her accountable and to protect this child's future. What are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But there's somebody over in the comment section that said, we know exactly who this is. Let me see if I can find it. Allegedly, this lady, okay, here you go. This person said, if you're from Detroit, you know exactly who this is. They went viral last year for stealing and bragging about it. All her kids steal right alongside of her. I think it's disgusting. Starting her young. Yep. And that's what the beauty supply store said in their post. That she's really setting a dangerous example. Daughter and all other kids allegedly are going to grow up and say, hey, why should I have to pay for it if I could just steal it? So lock the mom up. And it's unfortunate. But if somebody else, if those kids, I don't know, maybe this is a cutie crew discussion. But if they got to get them out of her care, maybe another family member, let me say that instead of what I was about to say. Maybe another more responsible family member can take those kids in, lock the mama up though, period. Lock her up. All right, let's see. Jam said, mom needs jail time. I agree. Exactly, Gigi. And when that baby progresses to higher crimes and goes to jail, what then? Yeah, mama gonna be back in stores trying to steal to get up the money to pay her bond. You know what I'm saying? And it's terrible. Yes, Teresa, menace to society. Okay. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Child abuse for real. And just looking at that video, sis, you can tell that wasn't that baby's first time at all. You know what I mean? Sad, sad, sad. Another sad case, and then we gonna read more comments and see what you guys have to say. Is the judge in Texas facing a whole lot of backlash for dropping the bond amount for the 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony. So at first, Carmelo was being held on $1 million bond. She dropped it down to $250,000. I'm sorry, yes, 250,000. And because of that, she has been subjected to having racist memes, death threats, exes with an S attacks, uh, all of that because she lowered his bond. It's crazy. But anyway, they said conservative voices online quickly escalated the case into a racial firestorm, accusing Tucker of protecting her own. And this is why I like to have these type of conversations on Patreon, child, and all of that. But a lot of folks protect their own. I'll say that for now. Okay. But they said, and comparing the situation to high profile cases like Kyle Rittenhouse and George Zimmerman, where clear defendants walk free under similar claims, standing their ground. Zimmerman is what he used, which was a damn lie. Anyway, again, she is being bullied and all of the above. Let's see what the next slide is. They said, they posted a picture. I don't care if your child is unalive unless he looks like me. Wow, that's sad. This one said, not shocked that a black lib female judge lowered the bail for unaliving a white student. More amazed that the black community is raising $500,000 for this POS posing with AKs, provoking and then unaliving a student. Wants to act hard, but he clearly displayed he is a coward. Give him an express lane to the chair. Wow. He will get a taste of being a coward in prison. Wow. Wow. That was my first time reading that one. Very harsh. And look, we'll talk about it in members only, but the other group, the twins, had a little history themselves. Okay. Let's see. This evil judge deserves to spend the rest of her life in prison for what she did today. Y'all see the N words will be N words, I guess. So you guys get the gist. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts? And it is sad. Now we know Marvin Sapp said that he, was receiving death threats and all of that. I didn't see anything online, but clearly we can see what's going on with this judge, and it's a shame. It's a shame.
Let how written up.
And this is on my Patreon. I'm not going to reshare that, but I agree with this guy when it comes to the bail and the GoFundMe's and everything else. Let me see what you guys say. But prayers going up to this judge, and I don't see anything wrong with it at all. Let's see what you guys are saying. Anybody coming up here to discuss this Mel versus Nene? If not, not Mel versus Nene, Mel and Nene versus the crowd, child. Let me read some comments and see. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way up. Target, what's going on? Hold on, guys. Nothing but the devil, child. They're giving Britt too many chances to explain herself. She's not likable. Sis, I totally agree. And that's where a lot of people are blaming Bravo. We don't care. Even when that little clip that they show that's going to air this coming Sunday. Well, I had to do something. I had to get out of the house because all I was doing was crying. Girl, if you don't get your arse up out of here, I don't like her at all. Period. They should do a 2-for-1 on botch. Seems like it's hard for them to breathe. Who, Miss YBGG? You was talking to Jenny B. Nene? Oh, you talking about Angela and Britt. Angela talks better than Britt. But baby, Britt, and they're talking out of her nose. and trying to sound like a valley girl and all that she got going on. I can't take it at all. You hear me? So she definitely seemed like she had a botched job. And Jenny B agreed and said Angela doesn't sound nasally like Britt. The more she talked, people dislike her. Ladies, I'm about to get ready. Oh, Danya, you'll be in the bushes. Okay, have a good evening, sis. Hope to see you tomorrow night over in members only. We'll be discussing the the Cutie Crew invades Vegas coming September as well. But yes, have a good night. Okay, I thought she looked like an elk with all of that fur. And elk is a good one too, Deborah. LaDawn said, "Child, buffalo," and I cackled. You hear me? All right, let's see. Sunny would probably work. For what, Teresa? Okay. Are you guys putting in who you would like to see Mel work with, like on a reality TV show? And what do you guys think that Nene would do to Mel? I'm just going based off of their star appeal, and both I hold up high. You know what I mean? Nene gave us so many classic one-liners that still being used, and we know Mel just took Love and Marriage Huntsville by storm. That was her show. Ain't gonna be no show without her. I don't care what nobody say. And both of them to me are queens of reality TV. But y'all serious, huh? All is no man. I ain't even go back over there to my comment section, child. I'm with the commenters who said run Mel. Why? Don't y'all think that Mel is her own woman? That Nene absolutely wouldn't try to put her hands on her or anything. And I don't see where Nene would come for her in that way. Run for what? Y'all, they better run and collect that bag if that's the case. All right, now look at my sis. Talking about Nene has too many close ties with Carlos for me. I wouldn't trust doing business with her. Really? I get it, but I think that Nene, I don't know. I just think that she would be able to separate that from. And look, all of this is just from a comment that Nene made, and all of this is me. This is strictly me. And I said that in my video earlier, child. I know it's me and my high hopes. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think that especially after what Nene has gone through from basically being blackballed and all of that, I just think that she is smart enough to not mix business with purse. But is there anybody? Y'all, Shamia and Mel. Okay, so you guys said Shamia. You guys said Sunny. So you guys don't want her. Nothing against Sunny Minx and nothing against Shamia. You guys don't want her paired up with any big time stars, huh? Mel with Portia, then Nene. I wouldn't want Nene to start competing with Mel. Okay. Okay. Well, look, we do know that I just like it when they let it be known that they're conversing or reaching out and all of that. I'm a woman before I'm anything, and I do think that it is possible for women to just do women shit. You know what I'm saying? Without the bull crap. Unfortunately, like you said, Teresa, sometimes there is competition or feelings that change or whatever the case may be. But it shouldn't have to be that, especially if it's business, you know. But we do know that Mel and Portia at one point were hanging out, because I remember seeing a video when Mel went to Portia's house. And I think Mel was early, like I don't know if it was a week early, a day early, or what. But you know, for me, I would like to see Mel on the big screen. I do think it's coming. I do think that, again, we know Mel. She got something coming, period. But I would love it. I know I'm in a minority. I'll stay in the minority. I would love it. Mel is a boss. Mel is her own woman. Ain't nobody pushing her over or making her do something or intimidating her or nothing. If she was able to handle a whole cast, you guys don't think that if push come to shove, if her and Nene ever had anything going as far as a project, that she wouldn't know how to handle that? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And and again, that's one of the reasons why I am really relieved, because I get you all's opinions and thoughts, and because mines have been the same when it comes to the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And that's why I'm so glad I'm no longer doing commentary on that, because it didn't have a choice but to be personal. You know what I mean? And it was too personal. But unfortunately, that's what it was, because that's what they were given. And a lot of us that came out here and was riding for Mel and everything that she was going through, it's been a relief for me. I am willing to take the sacrifice of lower views and different topics and all of that compared to all of that. But I do think that at some point you should be able to, I look at some of these other reality shows where they will have their little cat fights and arguments and all of this and all of that, and then 2 weeks later they back hee and ha ha. And I think a lot of them understand the assignment. The assignment is that visibility and that check. So that's where I'm at when it comes to me would love the opportunity to see a Mel and a Nene together. As long as you keep that personal shit wherever, and we're going to make a bag, and we're going to entertain the public, and we're going to do this, I would love it. But let me see what else you guys are saying. Let's see. Jenny B said, I can't see Mel with any housewives. Kenya supported her revenge P when Sheree dated Hotel, but then Kenya pulled this stunt. Yeah, I was so shocked with Kenya, because I was so happy that she did talk about that revenge P at the reunion, about Martell. But you're right, she turned around and did something like that. You would love to see her with Portia, even Drew. Okay. 155 likes, 185 in the chat. I think a girls trip with Shamia, Portia, Mel would be fun. That would be fun. But what about this new dynamic between Portia and Shamia, which I feel is just totally made up? But something like that would be fun as well. This new show that's coming on Bravo, I believe on the 27th. And again, we'll be watching on Patreon. As far as a couple of the housewives coming together, dating, meeting potential dates or men, whatever. Seems like that's going to be really fun. I would love to see Mel on something like that as well. Let's see. She's a critical thinker. Yes, Mel is smart. And, this is just myself and a lot of other people, I must say, that has just made up whatever we feel like we want to see in our head and trying to bring it to fruition. And it's okay. We all do not have to agree. Okay. So that's the first thing. I want to make sure that we all understand it's okay if you feel one way and I feel another. I still love y'all. We do not have to agree on everything. The ladies on the Real Housewives, past and present, are too loud for Mel. What? She operates in silence and they broadcast everything. I'm not too sure about that collaboration. All right, Indigo girl, I respect that. What is too loud? You meaning as far as their personal lives? Let me know. Jenny B, that was in a lot of comment sections as well. People were wondering if Nene was reaching out to interview Mel for her YouTube show. Mel is smarter than all of them. If she interviewed, it would be one with moral fiber and God really in their life. Okay. Let's see. Couple more. So some women are just egg donors, nothing else. Okay, so you guys are talking about the lady and her daughter. Hey, girlfriend, you thought this was old footage of Tisha. Ooh, child, not Tisha and Wanda. That's the thing, Gigi. Because I would think that if it is known that the mom has had them up to this all this time, based off the comments, that a family member would have been stepped up. You know what I mean? But yeah, they say the kids just like the mama, child. They say the kids just like the mama, attitude and all. All right, let's see. Deborah said, that's exactly what I'm saying. Nene is not that entertainment with just herself to work with. She struggles with words and complete sentences unless she's throwing shade. Hence her comedy tour. Okay. All right, let's see a couple more from her childhood action. Hey. Okay, you sent me the backstory of why the bond was reduced. Okay, Gigi, I'll go over there. I have Instagram up now. Let's see. And then I have to move this out. And Gigi, you know I love your picture. The screenshot is the alleged backstory as to why the bond was reduced. Hold on. How come you won't let me open this? Shoot. All right, I'm going to read it in a minute. It won't let me open it to share it, but I'll read it. Thank you, Gia. All right, let's see. Hate me or not, but they need to leave her alone. Yes, what he did was terrible, but they do it all the time. Okay, so you're talking about the judge. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let the judge do her job. And he's still under some type of, monitoring, house arrest and all of that. So, we get it. We know what's going on. I would say more, but I'm on YouTube. All right, let me scroll down and see what you guys are saying. All right, I have to do a quick read, sis, because again, we on YouTube. It's no fun when justice doesn't go their way, but when it favors them, you hear crickets. We all know had the shoe been on the other foot, he wouldn't have even been apprehended. Say it again. Simone said, I feel bad for the judge. I pray for her and her family's safety. I wouldn't go too deep into this on YouTube because they already set to. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know. So again, we'll talk about more of that on Patreon. And Debbie said, I wish Bravo would stop forcing Brit down our throats. Throats. Not throats. Throats. Yes, Aunt Debbie. Yeah. How did they come to that decision? I think that they probably thought that initially, because nobody really paired Brit and Kenya but Brit. You know what I mean? So I don't even think that is a reason why Bravo brought her on this show, because of the Kenya Moore situation. That girl had it out for Kenya or anybody else in order to try to make a name for herself. You know what I mean? And I don't like her, period. That's it. I don't want to see her. They are not. We don't know. We don't know. Again, it's only speculation. There's been a couple channels that's talked about it, but it's just speculation based off a comment that Nene Leakes left for Mel. Well, I'm just at the point, Deborah, for me, and I've always been at this point, no matter what direction Mel goes, no matter whose platform she's on, no matter what TV show she chooses to do, no matter what Mel decides to do in life, I am confident enough based off of what she's shown me as a viewer watcher and supporter of hers, that she's going to make the absolute best decision for her and her life. I don't ever want to be in a position where, even if I'm voicing displeasure, that it feels like I'm trying to dictate what she should do. But we all have our own opinions, and everybody's opinions, they're respected. But I want her, yes, continue to support the content creators, like we are going to continue to support her, but go higher and higher and higher. You know what I'm saying? That's for me. But you're right. There are a lot of great content creators right here on YouTube that she can interview with. There is. But baby, I want to see on channel 5, channel 7, channel Bravo, or whatever. That's just me. Yeah. So that's that on that. Let's see. Couple more. You don't see Mel and Nene having anything in common, although they are both reality TV stars. Nene doesn't come off as authentic to me. Nene loves being the center of attention. Yeah, if we go based off of what Nene has given us in the past, are people allowed to change? Are people allowed to grow maybe? And I don't even like myself from back then. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. So for me, I'm down for it. And I don't even know what I'm down for, because I didn't put it out there that what I would like to see. Just got my, what is that? Red Ann. I know the treatment, but child, with this cough drop in my mouth, botanist, child, you just got it done. Was it relaxing? I know it's relaxing. I do know that. I don't want to sound like Wanda up here tonight. All right, so we got the majority of the opinion. It was only a couple people. It's a couple of us that are Nene fans. Where's Teresa? What Teresa say lately? What the Teresa? Don't you flip it now? Because earlier you said you love you some Nene. Let me see. Hold on, Clo. I see you down there talking about Portia. What? Hold on, guys. This got doggone dog. Hold on, we're gonna finish this conversation, then we're gonna be out of here. Who is Wendy? Go. Let me see if Teresa done flipped the script. Hold on, let me see, child. You think Mel and Portia would be a fun team? You still love Nene. Are you on my side or not? Okay. Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about the treatment. Teresa, I need some people on my side, child. It's a couple people. It's a couple now. It's only a couple of us in here. I just think that, again, for me, and I respect everybody's opinion, if it was to be something that Mel would ever entertain, she's a big girl. She's a boss, and she'll handle herself. You know what I'm saying? You got one foot over there. Okay, sis, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. All right, couple more. Yeah, you know what? Portia, this is what amazes me with Mel. Because Mel is what, 38? Mel is 38, I believe. I believe she just turned 38 or maybe 39. Mel is so doggone mature and such a boss. All of these other ladies are older than Mel. Even Portia. Portia what? 43, 44? Angela Oakley say she 43. I don't believe that now. But even when it just comes to the movements of Mel compared to, let's say, a Portia, Mel is much more mature. But when it comes to a younger dynamic, I can agree with that. A Mel, a Portia, Shamia, like you all were saying earlier, that would be a good dynamic. And Drew lied too damn much. I'm sorry. Drew lied too much. Angela bust her out because you guys know that Drew said that Michael Jordan is her cousin. said it with a straight face. And then in this week's episode that's coming on Sunday, she gonna say that she was lying after Angela bust her out, you know. But anyway, I want to read this post that Gia sent me. And this is the story based off of rumors. I'll say that all of this is alleged, and I don't know that this is fact or not. But, and thank you again, Gia. It says, this is the story according to the coach. The week before last, Austin and Carmelo had a fight at a party. This is the first that I'm hearing about this, Gia. Carmelo lost, took the L, and walked away. Austin and his twin brother had friends at Carmelo's school who started to harass him, so he stayed home for a couple days. On the day of the tragedy, Carmelo went to the other school for a track meet. He was sitting in the bleachers and it started to rain. The coach told him to go and sit under the tent. He was under the tent. Was he under a tent or the bleachers? The coach told him to go and sit under the tent. He was under the tent with his friends when the twins came over to the tent. They told him to go, and when he didn't move, allegedly, Austin grabbed his phone and threw it so it broke. The twins then allegedly proceeded to jump Carmelo, and Austin was on top of Carmelo. That is when allegedly Carmelo pulled out what he used and did what he did to Austin. When Austin got up, that's when his twin realized that he had been hurt. Texas is a stand your ground state, and self-defense is different in stand your ground states than it is in Illinois. Carmelo had the right to defend himself. Okay, so again, that's all alleged. That's all alleged. Don't know. That's the first that I've heard of the fight. It was absolutely self-defense. I'm definitely under that. Okay, so it was under a team tent. Thank you, girlfriend. It was definitely self-defense to me. That was just the first that I've heard that during that track meet that they had a fight. But I did hear that it was the twins that approached him, you know what I mean, and all of that, and allegedly other previous instances of bullying. So it is a tragedy, sad and unfortunate, but self-defense. And that's why I think now, Gia, you also said, so if Gia is still listening, so that I just read, that is the reason that you're saying that's why the judge, hey, LaDawn, reduced the bond. Let me know. That's what I heard as well, Red Ann, that the boys approached him 2 against 1. You know, we'll have to talk about it in members only. It's only so much. We may have to talk about that on Patreon, because members only is still YouTube. They can still monitor, you know. Okay, Gia, you are here. All right. He was defending himself. If the facts are that. I heard that's what he was doing. It's so many stories that's been out here, you know, and they're really trying to do a number on Carmelo. But yeah, that's all I can say. Dog it. That's all I can say. We'll be on Patreon. We'll be on Patreon this week. Portia is too jealous. It's the reason you have not seen Mel with Portia anymore. You think something happened on Debbie from the time that Mel went to her house? No, you can't take your kids or teach your kids to break the law. No excuses. Right. Right, she's 42-ish. Okay, so I knew she was somewhere around there. You know. Vanessa on my side, child. Vanessa said critical thinkers will give Nene a chance. I watched the interview Nene did and I enjoyed it. Indigo Girl said, I can see Nene linking Mel with industry leaders and specialists. Well, look, Mel got some connects because she didn't surpass a lot of these people that's been out here in this game. I don't know. I'm not going to get back into it. Absolutely, Cutie Crew, if you guys want to talk about it more tomorrow, we can. But I just think that, Mel is a boss, a smart one at that. And look, I'm not saying that everything is about the money because we know she don't, I ain't going to say she don't need it because we all could use extra. But I don't know if a good situation appeared, I don't see what would be wrong with her entertaining it. Leave folks alone then. They're not bothering you. Bullies need to be held accountable. You sick of them. Yeah. Now we have to live with unaliving someone alone with the trauma of being bullied. Yeah. You heard this story before. It's so many stories, Gigi. It is. And I would like to have a lot of those stories together where we can talk. I really want us to be able to talk openly and freely. We may be able to do that in members only. I may just change the settings on that. But let's continue to talk about it. More hot topics to come. I am trying to map out where I'm able to do. I gotta hit up YouTube more. I do like evening hot topics. I like both, but I gotta do a hot topics per day, either afternoon or evening. We also have our Cutie Crew members only, our Cutie Crew discussions of the day, Patreon videos over there. That's Patreon only. Patreon Let Loose Lounge. I want us to vote on that because I'm gonna have to combine Let Loose Lounge with my After Dark because I gotta have one weeknight. So we'll talk about that tomorrow, members only. But what I'm looking at is late Friday. We are also going to be getting back into the No Cap Show. I do want Aunt Debbie to get better. I will be chatting with Pink Diva. Aunt Debbie, if you're not ready to go and we want you got something that's coming next month, I want you to just keep it easy. But we got to get back into that too. So No Cap Show is Fridays at 7 Central, which is 5 my time. And I'm thinking I'm going to have my Let Loose and adult conversation later on Friday. So maybe an hour or so break in between that. And then come on back. Anybody want to talk about everything, child? Everything. X with the S in front. Contraptions. Oh, I got some stuff lined up for that after hours. And everything is on the table. Whatever folks want to talk about. So we're going to be doing that as well. I'm out of here. We don't know if that's the case. We don't know. She didn't say she wanted an interview. Miss Ann, you said all Nene wanted was an interview. Because if that was the case, it would be behind the scenes. Some people making it more than what it is, an interview. Well, you got that capitalized and all of that, but she didn't put interview. And I do think that healthy discussions are okay. Don't you think that? Where people can dream and wish upon a star, because that's what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? The part about the Carlos and Nene, I get it. You're not the first that said that, but I don't feel like, especially again, we are all different. We all like who we like. But if you are like I am, a fan of both, then absolutely that's where my mind went. But whatever it is, or whether it's something to come or not, I just want both of them ladies to continue to do them, Baby, check them IDs. You really got to be grown. So some of the stuff that I got written down for weeks to come. Ooh, chow, it's gonna be something else. So I will be posting about that. But as of now, I'm out of here. I keep thinking it's Tuesday, but today is Wednesday. So I'm gonna get ready and watch Survivor. But I thank you guys so much. 191 of you currently watching. Shout out to the replay gang yang. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to those that were in the bushes. If you did not hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you are subscribed. And like I said, I'm going to be hitting up Hot Topics a lot. And I thank you guys. You know, we got to keep chatting about things that's going on in the world, you know. But shout out to the cutie crew. Shout out to my cutie mods. Shout out to each and every one of you. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.